information, www.onecast.in, numeral 1cst.in, 94.3 in the FM band on your radio sets right here in Mumbai City, and only if you're not driving. A bunch of Facebook Lives, Twitter Live at HRISHIKAY, Insta Live at HRISHIKAY, all of that happening. So go take a look. VH1 Supersonic, 16th and 17th at Mahalakshmi Lawns in Pune. Tickets are at bookmyshow.com. Nikhil, Chinapa and Saugato have just run me through some of the experiences. And there's a experience in Game Zone, there's a Brew District, the Super Flea. So you briefly mentioned that there's a flea market that's open. But just get into the details of what the Super Flea is all about.
It's simple. People like to shop. Like I said, half our audiences are ladies and the other half are obviously the gents. All of them love to shop. And if you have a widely curated lineup of 35 flea stores which are selling everything from tattoos to clothes and bandanas and accessories and all kinds of fashion and stuff like that, it's an easy hangout zone. It's also situated around the food area, so you keep munching on your food and you keep buying your stuff, you keep hanging around. So it's again one part of our experiences that is part of the overall brand, that you land up and you do much more than just listen to the music. So the Flea again this year, like last year, is going to be fantastic. We had a huge response to the Flea last year. And there are many artists who are coming to the Flea this time, so keep your eyes peeled.
Nikhil, Trop Killers and Troy Boy, just a bit about them. We haven't covered that, please.
So, one of the reactions that we got when we announced Marshmallow is like, oh my god, why are you getting the same guy back to Supersonic again? And the answer is very simple, because of all the electronic artists in the world, he's had the most spectacular year in 2018. But for people who are used to listening to the same music over and over again, which I call the Tomorrowland sound, they haven't noticed that the sound has been changing for the past couple of years. And they're like, oh, why don't we have more EDM? Because that EDM, the way you knew it for the past couple of years, that's dying out. And Marshmallow is one of the few people who can still pull off an incredible set playing largely that sound and somewhere in that space. These guys, Troy Boy, Trop Killers, Breed Carolina, they're bringing a fresh new sound to Supersonic. And that's one of the things that I've always tried to do, which is make the festival future-proof and to try and stay ahead of the curve. So if you don't know what they sound like, I'm sorry, I'm going to sound just slightly arrogant over here. I'll catch up with you in 3 years' time when you realize that this sound is actually really cool. But if you know what's what, then you're excited about these guys. Trop Killers are coming all the way from Brazil. They've been around for a really long time. I've been following their music for the past 3 or 4 years. Breed Carolina has been around since 2006. They started off more as a rock band and they've changed their sound over the years. So they bring a lot of rock influences into their electronic sound. And Troy Boy, over the past 1.5, 2 years, has just literally exploded across the world in the trap future-based scene. So if you want to know what's what with electronic music and what's future forward, then come and hang out, and I promise you, you will be blown away. But if you're still hanging out with yesterday's music, then like I said, I'll catch up with you in 3 years' time.
There are crazy LED acts, djembe performers. The after hours, the party just never stops at VH1 Supersonic. Hashtag be there, be free. Gentlemen, we're at the 50 mark. Parting thoughts.
It's the same thing, man. I mean, you're living in Mumbai City, and I'll say this again, I'm never going to get tired of saying it. 51 weeks of the year, you do the same damn thing. Why wouldn't you just get your friends together, get into a car or a bus, come down the road to Pune, and I promise you this, best weekend of your life in 2019.
Saugato, I'm sorry, I'm getting into, just the absolute basics. How does this work? One gets on to bookmyshow.com, buys a pass. The pass comes to you on mail, and then you go on ground and exchange it for bands.
There's a box office section.
And how many lines? I mean, will there be queues at all, or there are
There's
enough?
no queues ever.
Super.
Despite 20,000 plus people landing up every day, we got 40 lines at the box office, so there's never a queue. You can get through in exactly 5 to 7 minutes.
Wow.
But having said that, it's always better to come to the festival a little bit early, because the later you come, more and more people tend to come to the festival around 6-ish. But if you get into the festival around 4, firstly, we've got happy hours, which means pre-gaming at the festival as opposed to pre-gaming in your hotel room. Why would you be in your hotel room when you can pre-game at the festival?
Correct.
So come in early, and I promise you, you will be comfortable, you'll have a great time, you'll get some great selfies for your Instagram page, all of that. And I'll hang out with you and take a selfie as well. And so will the guys from Roadies are going to be there as well.
Lovely. And watch out for the Radio 1 VH1 Supersonic bus. I'm going to get down there with all these wonderful Radio 1 listeners. Saugato, Nikhil, thank you.
Thank you
Thanks a
so
lot.
much, Hrishi.
And see you at the festival. Yeah, cheers.
you.
Messages in back.